Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a hands-on repair, how to replace a CV boot on a Chevrolet vehicle. Whether you drive a Captiva, Silverado, or Suburban, this guide will help you tackle the job with confidence and save some serious cash. Before we go on, if you have not subscribed, please do so now so that you do not miss another wonderful DIY video. Now we remove the old boot. If you want to know how we have removed it, please watch the other video how to remove a CV boot. Start by adding the clamp which comes with the CV boot followed by a drive shaft. Clean the previous drive shaft before replacing.
Well, I washed it, filled it with grease. I filled the drive with grease, filled the boot, and set the separator straight. Here, the chamfer on the shaft is removed, so the retaining ring, does not need to be crushed, well, separated. It will be enough to slowly move it onto the shaft, and then it will be put on and will fit into the seat. We do everything. Here it sits in place. We put the boot on. We put on the clamp. We turn it a little so that it is convenient. And we tighten it. There are, pliers of a similar type especially for these clamps, only they are small, their edges are not sharp, and they do not allow this one with a small green to rise from this side. But since I don't have them, you can use pliers, the old-fashioned way, carefully clamp it so as not to bite through. Clamped. And we clamp the inner one. Also, clamped. That's it. Now we put the hub back in place. We lubricate the splined one a little with high-temperature violet, well, like it is for bearings. Well, the boiling point in it is also higher, so that it doesn't stick. For what? So that it would be easier later, if necessary, to disassemble, so that it doesn't stick, doesn't sour, as it happens without lubrication. We take the hub and carefully insert the drive into the hub. That's all we can do. The pin here is also literally a little, so that the grease is simply present. Now we need to slightly tighten the lever on the silent blocks. The bushings hold it tightly, so we'll take a reinforcement of some kind of pipe. That's it, the ball joint pin is now in place. We'll put in the second bolt. Now I'll lubricate it. So, we put the second bolt on the rack. Press the nut. So, well, I put the bolt in. We insert. Stabilizer pin, stabilizer struts. We revive it. We put the wiring on the ABS sensor in place. We put the ball joint bolt in place. So, it needs to be cleaned. I also lubricate it. Oh, it went in like greased. We also put on the nut. We remove the linings and tighten. I won't use a new nut, it's for 36, so that different ones don't stand on both sides. I'll put in the old nut. So, another washer. So, we'll tighten it, then tighten the ball joint. We tighten the rack. That's it, tightened it. Now we put in the steering tip. That's it. Tighten the nuts. Let's stop this business.
If you made all this way, then thank you, and please do
That's
not
it.
forget to subscribe, enable notification button, like and share.
That's it, the ball joint is tightened, the strut is tightened, the stabilizer is tightened, the steering rod is tightened, the sensor is installed. That's it, we're installing the wheel. The dust hasn't been changed. Goodbye.